Hello and welcome to the Royal International Air Tattoo RAF Fairford in Gloucester. First staged in 1971, RIAT has grown from 100 aircraft in the first year to a record-breaking 535 in 2003. Unfortunately, defence cuts, operational commitments and sequestration in the United States have curtailed the event to the extent where this year there will be approximately 160 aircraft taking part. As with every other RIAT, this year's event will be dominated by a theme, this year's theme being Sky Guardian. As such, the aircraft on display will be predominantly airborne early warning control, search and rescue and command and control. But of course there'll be the usual plethora of fighters, bombers, tankers, transports and helicopters. So sit back and enjoy while RIAT Exchange takes you on a tour of some of this year's highlights. Held annually each July at RAF Fairford in Gloucestershire, the Royal International Air Tattoo, more commonly referred to by the RIAT acronym, is the world's largest military air show. While Farnborough and Paris are trade show events, during which industry gets to show off its latest wares, RIAT is an air show in the true sense of the word, featuring as it does an 8-hour-a-day flying display and a static lineup that takes in both modern and historical aviation from all over the world. Countries contributing aircraft to this year's event include Brazil, Canada, Colombia, Jordan and Oman, as well as most of the major European players. While the UK will once again be providing the lion's share of this year's participants, RIAT is after all staged by the Royal Air Force Charitable Trust Enterprises. The other great show stalwart, the US Air Force, is notable by its absence from this year's lineup. Despite RAF Fairford being a US Air Force in Europe base and home to the USAFE's 501st Combat Support Wing, and despite the F-15E Strike Eagles of the 48th Fighter Wing being just a few minutes flying time away at RAF Lakenheath, no US aircraft will feature in either the flying or static display at this year's event. Unfortunately for RIAT, ongoing sequestration has forced the Department of Defence to curtail all event support, both domestically and internationally. This measure will hit RIAT especially hard, as for years the US Air Force's F-15Es and B-52 bombers have been regular show highlights, as have the US Navy's Super Hornets. Even so, with a strong international lineup in place from the rest of the world, show organisers will be confident that this year they can ride out what should hopefully be a temporary leave of absence from the US and look forward to welcoming them back in 2014.